Hey everybody, Ace here. I came across a few of these videos when scrolling through TikTok the other day.
Makes me about $50 profit per month, and my Bitcoin miner makes me about $80 profit per month. But my Helium miner makes way more than both of those miners put together and uses barely any electricity. So let's have a look at the monthly earnings. After 30 days of mining, it's mining 522 HNT. At today's price of HNT, that's $7 a coin. So let's do some math. 522 times $7 equals $3,654 profit in 1 month.
Helium miner update, the price of the coin has went up. What's the price of Helium coin?
Helium coin right now is $19.14. 1 month ago was at $4. We're booming, baby.
How many coins do you have?
43.6.
Do the math.
Okay. Oh. We're doing nothing and making money, baby.
No, we're making money doing nothing.
And then a few days later, a friend actually asked me what I thought about it. And I didn't really know too much of what it was at the time. So I figured I would do a lot of research on it and then create a video for it for every one of you. I'm going to be talking about Helium, the People's Network. I'm going to be going over what it is, how it works. I'm going to just briefly touch on how the mining works. And then I'm going to be talking about, is it legit or is it just a scam to get people to buy the equipment? And just like my other videos, what you're getting with me is you're going to get short, sweet, and to the point. So let's jump into it. Now, there is a lot to unpack with Helium because if you visit their website, it is full of information. Between each tab, you've got mine, stake, use, HNT, which is the Helium token, the technology, different documents, Explorer, the ecosystem, and if you click into each one of these, it's practically information overload on every page. So instead of you going through the website, which I highly recommend you do if you're intrigued by this by the end of the video, but if not, I'm gonna briefly go over everything that you need to know about Helium. So let's kick this off. What is the People's Network? Helium is a global distributed network of hotspots that create public long-range wireless coverage. And they want that to be a decentralized wireless network. Now, what does that mean? That means people like you and me have our devices in our houses that give off wireless signal. And other businesses or products can use that wireless signal to transmit data or information. This is the world's first, number uno, peer-to-peer wireless network. But it's mainly for low-power devices to access the internet cheaply. And I'll get more into that later on in the video. So think of it as a very cheap public Wi-Fi around the world that different businesses and people will have access to. That's what Helium is trying to accomplish. Now, how does the network twerk? Not twerk, work. How does the network work? Like, operate. Everyday people like you and me would end up buying hotspots and putting them and setting them up in our house. These hotspots would be giving off wireless signal to other devices that could connect to it. That is how the network is built. Thousands of different people owning individual hotspots, giving off wireless coverage or connecting to different hotspots to make a wireless network. There are already thousands of connected devices across the world, over 29,000 for the day of me making this video. And the really cool thing is that you can look at the coverage map and see each different network and have an idea of how large the network actually is. So this is what the over 29,000 hotspot network looks like. And you can just scroll through this coverage map and take a look that it is actually worldwide. And it's getting bigger every day. Now, certain people or businesses that have certain devices can connect to this network. Does this mean that there's going to be public Wi-Fi for anybody to access anywhere around the world? No, absolutely not. Because only certain devices can actually connect and use the Helium network. And your cell phone and your laptop are not on that list. They list the devices that connect to their network on their website, and it's a pretty good amount of products, as you can see, and the list of products is continuing to get larger. But as you can see, it is a lot more low power devices ranging from a variety of different sectors. Now that you know what Helium is and how Helium works, What is the benefit to having a Helium hotspot in your house? Well, when you set up your Helium hotspot in your house and you're giving out that wireless signal and you're letting other hotspots or other devices connect to your device, then you get rewarded in Helium tokens, aka HNT. Each device mines a certain amount of HNT per day, and you get mining rewards, but you also get rewards like challenge rewards or different data sharing rewards. And these rewards add up into your Helium wallet. So your Helium tokens get added to your Helium wallet for your hotspot doing daily things. The amount of Helium token that you get really depends on the area that you live in. If you live in a highly populated area, you're gonna be mining and getting more Helium tokens than if you live in the middle of nowhere. And as I said, your rewards get put into your crypto wallet that comes with the device, and then you can transfer those tokens into a different wallet and sell them to cash out your money. Now that I've covered what it is, how it works, and what are the benefits, let's answer the big question. Is it a scam? And the obvious answer is no. It's definitely not a scam, but the even bigger question is it actually worth your investment? Well, let me break that down a little bit for you. There are 4 different products that you can buy to provide the People's Network and in turn mine your HNT coin. Now, I'm not gonna dive into each spec of what each product does, but I'm gonna give you an overview of the price and what you can generally expect as an ROI for buying said device. The 4 different types of miners are the RAK hotspot miner, the Nebra HNT outdoor hotspot miner, the Nebra HNT indoor hotspot miner, and then the Bobcat miner. The RAK hotspot miner is $410, not including tax and shipping. Second is the Nebra HNT outdoor hotspot miner, used for the outdoors, which is about $507, not including tax and shipping. The third is the Nebra HNT indoor hotspot miner, which is probably what the majority of people who want to have an indoor hotspot and not put something outside their house. And this is the lowest cost option at $360 USD. The fourth is the Bobcat miner, which is $429 USD, not including tax and shipping. Now I'm gonna run you through some different locations on that coverage map that I showed you earlier, because depending on the location you live will depend on how much HNT you're going to get every day. I'm gonna go over 5 different areas. I'm gonna go over a very populated area in California, somewhere around a non-populated area in the West. I'm gonna hit up an area in the South, an area in the Midwest, and then an area out East. So you can get a general idea of how much HNT these different areas are mining. So the first hotspot here is around San Francisco, California, and you can see it's getting about 2.5, anywhere to 2 to 3 HNT per 24 hours. The second is around Wyoming, and this is getting about 0.2 to 0.5 HNT per day. Pretty low in comparison to San Francisco. The third is in Bloomington, Illinois, and as you can see, this one is getting 0.05, so probably anywhere between 0.2 to 0.05 HNT per 24 hours. In Tallahassee, Florida, and you can see here the rewards that they're getting are 14 HNT per day. That is some of the highest I've seen when I'm clicked around on the coverage map. And the last out east in Albany, New York area, you can see that this hotspot is getting about 0.53 HNT per day. When I checked it the other day, it was actually around 1.5, so it's probably getting anywhere between 2 to 0.5 HNT per 24 hours. So as you can see the general theme, when you're in a more populated area or around more populated or heavily traveled areas, you're going to be mining more HNT per day than if you live in the middle of nowhere. Now I want to go over what the payback period is for purchasing one of these hotspots. So we're going to use the price of the HNT coin. We're just going to estimate it's around $16.50 for this, as I've seen the price between $14 and $18 over the last week of researching this. Now remember, when you're calculating your payback period, it's really gonna vary between how many HNT you're gonna mine per day and what the price of the HNT coin actually is. Since both of those vary, your payback period is gonna vary as well. Let's say you purchased the cheapest hotspot miner, the Nebra indoor miner for 360 USD, not including taxes and shipping. Now, let's say that you are in a semi-populated area and you're able to mine 2 HNT per 24 hours. 2 HNT tokens per day at that $16.50 per coin price would come out to be $32 per day. Meaning you would only need to mine HNT for 11 days to get your initial investment back of that $360. So any day after that, days 12 and forever on, you are making a profit on that hotspot miner. That sounds pretty good, but again, this is really going to vary depending on the area that you live in and the price of the coin. Let me give you another example. If you live in the middle of nowhere and you are mining 0.5 coins a day or less, meaning you're making $8 a day or less, your payback period is going to be a lot longer. It could take you 45 days or more at the current price of $16.50 for this example to make your money back. That is before you can even start being profitable mining this coin. And if the coin price drops, then it's going to take you even longer to make that money back. Or if the amount you're mining per day goes from 0.5 to 0.2 and the coin price drops, you could be looking at 150 days or more before you make that initial investment back. Now here's the big kicker. The hash rate of the coins is actually getting reduced on August 1st.
What does that mean?
That means the amount of coins that people can mine will be cut in half on that date. So if you're mining 4 coins a day, after August 1st, you're only going to be able to mine 2 coins a day. If you're mining 0.5 coins a day, that is going to be cut in half and you'll only be able to mine 0.25 coins per day. And that gets reduced every 2 years. The mining rate will get cut in half every 2 years for the next 20 years. So if you've seen this video and you're considering getting Helium, you might want to do it sooner rather than later. But with a lot of these miners being sold out already and they're backordered until June or July timeframe, it might be a longer payback period for you than what you were initially expecting. Now, is the Helium Hotspot miner something that I would get? Most likely not, because I don't live in a very populated area and I checked the area of the Helium hotspots around me and they're making anywhere between 0.5 to 0.1 coins per day. So the payback period for me would be a lot longer than someone living in a higher populated area. That $360 I could put in different types of investments and use it to make more returns than having a Helium hotspot miner. Overall, I think the Helium Hotspot miner and just the People's Network in general is a very cool concept. But living in a high populated area is going to be your best bet for actually making money with these hotspot miners. If you live out in the middle of nowhere, around cornfields and cows, the likelihood of you making money with this over the long term is going to be significantly lower. And that's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions on what I covered or the Helium network, feel free to leave me a comment down below because I spent a lot of time going through their entire website for you. And if you like this video, please just tap that thumbs up button for me and subscribe below for more content. And I really hope to see you in the next video.